Nice. No, it's not completely clear. This is a Kristalweizen yeast, and it is clearing very fast. Been 2 weeks in the keg, and it's cleared a lot. It probably will clear down more, but I wanted to just get the video out, basically, because I wanted to taste it, because I think it's good. It's good. Spoiler alert, this is a good beer. But yeah, I'm not really into putting finings and stuff into beer. I do it, don't get me wrong, sometimes, but I would rather kind of have them just the way they turn out, which is usually hazy, let's be honest. It is homebrew after all. But yeah, so I mean, it looks good. It looks pretty light. There's a little dark tint to it now. There was a bit of Vienna went into it, but it's only like 8 EBC. Now I've got a bag of Pilsner malt. I've said this, I don't know how many times I've said this. It's quite dark. I really believe that the bag of malt is oxidized somehow. It's been, like, you know, milled in advance, and it's just sat in a corner somewhere, and maybe that's why. Taste wise it's okay, but I mean, looks wise it's really kind of darker than what it should be. But that has turned out actually not bad now. Not bad. I think I'm quite fairly happy with that as it is. Nice head on it. Reasonable carbonation as well too. I find it difficult to get the real kind of high carbonation in the keg without it just going crazy and going really foamy. So yeah, that's just get it carbonated and then hit it with gas every now and again. That's what I find. I don't know what the secret is for getting kind of high carbonation in beers without ruining it, and obviously taking it off the gas all the time. Enough of my yakking. Let's get a nose on it. There's a good start there. That's a good start. Nose in it straight away. It actually smells pretty bloody decent. So I wasn't sure about the whole. It was supposed to be an American wheat, okay? Didn't have any clean yeast. And we went with that kind of Kristalweizen yeast. It is a proper wheat beer yeast. And you are definitely getting. It definitely has that kind of the kind of wheat funk, you know, that kind of banana, that kind of aroma to it. But crucially, it also has that beautiful Harlequin aroma, like pineapple. It is really good. The two of them are definitely, it's working well together so far on the aroma. I mean, it's not a fruit bomb. It's like there's definite clear fruit there, but there is a little bit of funk as well too. It's really kind of, This is good. This is a good start. I've already told you it's nice. This is not the first beer I've had, okay? It's a nice beer. Yeah, cheers. Cheers, my dears, as Clive would say. Right, so we're at the end of the boil. I'm just running the pump. So this is what it showed me. It's a hop stand. See that target temperature at the top there, 100 degrees. Target temperature is supposed to be 75. I manually changed that in the recipe, and it's basically telling me to start the timer when it's at 96. So I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to turn the water on now and we'll get it down to proper temperature. But yeah, that's a bit bonkers. If I start that timer, is that going to change to 75, or is that going to change? It's going to stay at 100 and then it puts the heat on. I don't know. Let's find out though. Let's find out. Okay, we have completely disconnected the chiller after the incident last week. So I'm thinking that must have been gravity, because it was down low and it was just going through. Anyway, I'm ready to go. Start timer 73.5, let's not worry about that. That's what happens here. Target temperature 75, please. 75. The heat's not on. Heat's not coming on. Not yet. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to watch this for the next 20 minutes and report back. Sat there for 20 minutes and it didn't put the heat on at all. It just sat there. So maybe it's not supposed to do anything. Maybe the hop stand doesn't exist in the kind of Grainfather app world and you have to do it manually. It seems a bit strange considering everything else is automated, but I don't know. So what's gone wrong today? What do you think? What do you think could possibly have gone wrong? That's all we've got. It's about 17 litres in there. Should be about 20 litres. So I knew when we were doing the boil, it was a 26 litre boil, but it should have been a 27.5 litre boil. So obviously I've either not put enough mash water in, I'm thinking, or sparge water, or both. And somehow, you know, I don't know, somehow we've messed that up when I was doing it last night. I think possibly mash water. So I was doing a leak test on, I had a ball valve fitting. I was putting on that and put the water in, leak test, did it, took it out, spit around the floor and stuff, and I think, I don't know, and then the kids were in here as well at the same time, and so yeah, I probably haven't put enough in, I think. But no matter. In terms of the gravity, we're talking it's like near 1050, so it's going to be like a 5% beer at least. When it's only supposed to be 4.5, so you know, swings and roundabouts, rudders, Kristalweizen yeast. So I've had this forever. Best before end December 2020, so it's about a year and a half old, which is good. Nearly a year and a half old. But it's dry yeast. Will it work? Of course it's going to work. Of course it's going to work. Have some faith. What does it say on it? 15 to 20 degrees C. Now, this is supposed to be like an American wheat type of thing. It's kind of a mix, so I shouldn't even be using Kristalweizen yeast, but I don't really have any other clean yeast. I don't know what that's like. It could be a big banana bomb if I do low temperatures, but I would rather do low than high, I think. So, who knows? So it'll be going in there and then straight into the keg and straight down my neck. So it should be finished in about a week, because we've only got we're only going to have about 10 litres in the keg probably. Not dry hopping either. Definitely not now. So I could do without losing any more work, thanks. 5% is finished up. So just to remind you then, quick reminder, what went into it. Half of it was Pilsner, half of it was wheat blanc, and then a tiny little bit of Vienna in there. Just to give it a little bit of something, a little bit of stardust. And then those Harlequin hops. and my god, that tastes bloody fantastic. So it finished at 5%. It's quite light. Not sure what it actually finished out on. How low it finished. 10-10 finished at. So it feels quite light on the mouth. It's a bit lighter than what you would normally expect with a wheat beer. You normally get that really full mouthfeel. Now it's not. It is not kind of lager kind of lightness, but it's kind of more definitely like pale ale type stuff. Bitterness doesn't exist really, only in my head. And then the taste is fantastic. Definitely more of the Harlequin on the flavour than the wheat. The wheat is definitely still in there, but when the two flavours, so the kind of banana notes, clove, maybe clove, I don't know, but those kind of flavours mixed with the Harlequin, oh my god, it's absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. I'm really surprised how well that has turned out. I've been tasting it, it's 2 weeks old, I've been tasting it as it's gone on, and it's just, every time I taste it, it gets better and better. And that's kind of why I wanted to do the video now, because I think it's pretty much, I don't think it's going to get better than this. So yeah, you get the Harlequin, you get a little bit of the wheat. The flavour I'm getting now is the kind of more the banana notes, but the kind of, when you're taking it in, it's almost like this kind of this tiny little spice notes you get off it, like white pepper, something like that. Not really spicy like black pepper, but white pepper. The kind of taste. That's the best way I can describe the kind of the two flavours. It's like that kind of earthy flavour. We got the really earthy flavour when we were doing the vacant gesture. That mixed with the kind of notes from the yeast is that kind of nice little spicy white pepper taste. But then there's more of the kind of the tropical fruit in there. More, it seems like more than it was on the Harlequin. And then obviously you get that kind of, as I said before, you get the kind of banana notes and stuff on the end. I am really surprised, can I say? I'm surprised at how good that's turned out. You put your nose into the glass to get a drink, and you get that kind of the funk. There's a wee note of bubblegum too, just on the end there as well. That has really turned out bloody brilliant, I have to say. I know I sound surprised, but I mean, I kind of thought that it would work well in a wheat beer, but that was more an American wheat. But you know what? That Kristalweizen yeast has just really, it just works. It just works as well too. So that's all the Harlequin done. Basically, I used 225 grams in 2 brews, and I've been super impressed with how good it is, and I'm even more impressed with this beer than I was with the Harlequin. The Harlequin were with the vacant gesture. Really kind of really enjoyed that beer, but I kind of was more, I think I just had it in my head that it, you know, they market it as the next hop and all that. I know we went through that in the last video. The next big thing to challenge the Americans and, you know, the New Zealand and all that stuff, New World, and it just isn't. You know, that is superb. That would challenge the New World hops, I think. And yet that is the old world. That is a Kristalweizen yeast, a German yeast with a British hop. Okay. Start brew. Start brew. Where's it disappear? Are you kidding me? It's crushed. It's crushed. It's bloody crushed. This is not a good start to the brew day. Only me. Only bloody me.